your host for the most, Zach Black, aka the Shogun Guardian. Welcome back to another lit stream. Hope we're having a fantastic day, afternoon, wherever time it is in your vicinity. Hope we're doing wonderful. As always, it's good to be back. It's always super to be back. Hope we're all just really enjoying ourselves and just taking time to enjoy this wonderful day that we have. Just testing my microphones out. We're all doing swell. Again, happy Father's Day, everybody. Happy Father's Day. Today is going to be a very special stream because in a very few minutes, I will be inviting a very special person in. So before we get into that, how's everyone doing? Alright, that's good. Just waiting for a few more people to come on in. In the meanwhile though, how's everyone's week been? That's good to hear. That's good to hear as always. Alright. Honestly, I've had a great Father's Day already. I really enjoyed my time with my father, just playing some golf today after church. I really enjoyed doing that. It gives us time to really just sit down, relax for a bit, and just take things easy. Really just enjoy watching so many fathers just raise, just so many fathers spend time with their children. It's always a huge blessing to see that. Fathers are important. They're both mentors, teachers, and leaders for the next generation after this one passes, for the next future. And honestly, sometimes I think about what will be like one day when I have my own kid, which that'll be years later. But for the meanwhile, it gives some good hope. Just checking, making sure everything's going well. Okay, everything's going swell. Everything's going well. So then, how's everyone doing though? Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you as well. Thank you. Much appreciated. Just waiting for more people to come in. Honestly, so I know last time we streamed, we played Wolfenstein. I took a break yesterday because I needed to rest up, and I had a lot of clipping to do, so I didn't want to burn myself out too much. Plus, I also finished my screenplay assignment, so I'm very much looking forward to sharing that. Very much sharing that indeed. Honestly, when it comes to making screenplay, it takes a lot of patience and just growth. It takes a good amount of patience and understanding of what makes a good horror short. And just knowing exactly what makes a good horror story, just what brings in suspense. My idea is to not reveal the monster, but to keep in with the ever primordial fear of the unknown, the unknowing of what will happen next. That's true suspense, especially when it comes to the psyche. Exactly. The unknowing is one of the most terrifying and horrific concepts of horror psychology. Honestly, just it gives me a lot to think about too when I write stories, because I do want to make some scary shorts, like some scary story ideas. But then there's when we start playing horror games again. I really want to get back into playing scary games, especially get that adrenaline flowing again. It's been a while. Most of the time I'm into combat games, but I don't mind doing some scary stuff like Scary Terry level horror games. And that's with an uppercase. Those are with uppercase letters too. Scary Terry, uppercase ST. Also, I'm preparing for some very special events coming up, which you can probably already see down below. I have a very special sponsorship coming up soon, so I'm very much looking forward and really looking forward to just spending the next 2 days of the next week after this one coming. I will be taking 2 days off to prepare for my first sponsorship that I'm very much looking forward to. I'll be sponsoring for, let me just get up, I'll be sponsoring for the Gamers Outreach. That's at Gamers Outreach, hashtag VTubers with 2 S at the end, by the way, 2025. My very first sponsorship I'm very proud of being invited to. Very proud indeed to be invited to my first sponsorship. So I'm looking forward. Very much so looking forward, and really want to give a huge thanks to being invited. It's a huge honor, and I look forward to just growing. I look forward to our community growing more as we continue. So let me just see, let me just check some things. Let me just check for a few more minutes. Let me just check for a few more minutes. Okay, everything's looking good so far. We're good. I'm trying to make sure the music is also okay. But I still want to play some more. I know there's Wolfenstein, so what I plan on doing for the next 2 days of this coming week is to finish Wolfenstein. That's what I want to do, is finish that game off and then prepare for the next. Precisely, I mean, Wolfenstein is a good game, and I'm very much excited for the next few parts to come. I want to play just throughout the entire series of Wolfenstein because it gets a lot more interesting at the near end. It gets very interesting indeed. And I really want to just finish the whole series out to the very end. So far we've actually played 2 Bethesda games, Doom and Wolfenstein, which, very good combination, very good indeed. Imagine did a crossover between Wolfenstein and Doomslayer. Yo, that would be epic. Like, really epic. Like Doom and Wolfenstein just combined. Like the Doomslayer and Blazkowicz, or BJ for short. Seriously. Really believe that would be a great idea. I mean, there had to be some way for them to intertwine, of course, but I mean, it could be like the Nazis try to create a portal to hell just to summon an army of demons. Kind of like Hellboy. Kind of like that indeed. But they screw up like always, and Blazkowicz gets caught into the mix. Kind of like in the Old Blood. Like in the Old Blood when the soldiers are being turned into zombies. And then it's like Doomslayer falls through the portal and he meets Blazkowicz. Oh, that'd be a good one though. What would be the concept? Because it's like obviously you'd have to play both sides. I mean, actually, then again would depend on, it would depend on what game you're playing through. That'd be an interesting concept. Like if you're playing as the Doomslayer, then you're playing like the Doom side of it, then you would be playing as the Doomslayer. But then you'd have to technically bind 2 games. So That's a money marketing idea though. Just have to work out some concept ideas and how the story would unfold furthermore. Just check some things out, make sure everything works well. Anywho, moving forward though, I really hope for more events coming up after my first sponsorship. This is a very good beginning as well. Just reaching out to the fact that people are reaching out to me now means a lot. Really hope I can make a good difference and a great impact. That's all that matters to me right now. Honestly, so now that I think about it too, after Wolfenstein, man, what do I want to play next? It's like after you beat the game, it's like after you beat the entire series, what's to come after? Exactly, what's to come after we beat Wolfenstein? Something a lot of people don't really think about. Not at all. I mean, I could always do some more collabs, which I still want to reach out to other VTubers to do a collab with, so I'm still trying to do. And for some I've been emailed a long time ago, still waiting to hear back from them, but y'all know how it be sometimes. Sometimes people don't want to, I don't want to sound like gloom and doom, and this isn't to spread negative energy towards anyone, but sometimes different VTubers don't always want to collab because of your level. Sometimes there are VTubers who just don't want to get to know you because they see you as a loser sometimes. Sometimes it be like that. But don't let that shake you up. Just keep being as genuine as possible. You're gonna meet some people who act like that, who act real stuck up, but ignore them. They ain't worth it. Like, there's gonna come a time, see, that's the thing. There's gonna come a time where when you become big and popular, then people want to talk to you. Then they want to get to know you. But the real question is, why do you want to know me? Do you actually want to know me for my personality, for who I am as a person? Or only because I'm popular and you see me as a future money bag? I do want to join an agency. I do, because I have great potential and very, very wondrous amounts of potential for bringing new ideas. But sometimes, unfortunately, people try to make things difficult because they see you as a nobody or someone who's not deserving of their place. Well, I say screw that. You don't know my story. You don't know where I come from. You definitely don't know how hard I work for this, so if you want to come off like a hater potato, then fine. I mean, if you want to pretend like I'm a nobody, don't start acting surprised when it's like, whoa, Zach, where'd all this talent come from all of a sudden? Where'd all this surprise, all this, what's the word, soprano, this whole soprano, where did all this come from? Well, it's because you never try to get to know me, which, that's on you. I mean, you don't know me, just goes to show how little you know about me. It really does. I mean, you don't know me, you don't know where I come from, you don't know how hard I work for this, and if you want to treat me like a nobody who doesn't deserve their place in a good agency, well, sounds like you're just a hater for no reason. I mean, I know it will take some time to get into a good agency, and that's fine, but that's the thing. Sometimes you see VTubers who have only been around for maybe a few months and they get in, which I kind of question that sometimes. How's that work? Like, how does it work, honestly? I mean, it's kind of hypocritical in some cases, because say someone has actual potential talent, and they work their butt off hard, day and night, just to prove themselves, and then you got someone who comes in. I mean, I can understand you need popularity for record and stuff, but that's the thing. If that's the case, there wouldn't be so much drama sometimes if you knew people's background record. I mean, seriously. But again, this isn't to go into a rant. Just some personal ideas. That's just something you gotta keep in mind. People nowadays do not really value talent like they should. Only care about the money bags. That's it. I mean, seriously. That's a bad message to teach young people, but then again, do they care? No, as long as their banks are satisfied, that's all they care about. But I'm gonna keep pushing for it. I'm not gonna give up. I mean, I'm not gonna give up. I'll always find, I'm sure with God blessing me, God willing, I'll find a good agency to be part of. And I'm gonna keep pushing no matter what. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna quit. And if people try to pretend to not see me or not notice your talent or anything, that's because they love playing ignorant. That's just how people are. They play ignorant because they don't want to see actual talent. Yes, well, I'm going to speak facts, exactly. I'm always going to speak facts because you don't want to know me. You probably just... People don't want to see you succeed. They don't. They don't want to see you succeed. What they'll do is they'll try to pat you on the back and say, oh, you did your best. Take a break. It's okay to quit. Take a break. No, it's not okay. Don't give me that crap talk. Like, you honestly don't care about me. You just want me to give up and quit on my dreams. So don't give me that fake sentimental bullcrap. Don't give me that. I don't mean to sound like I'm going to a rant. It's just, there's some personal feelings about VTubing that I've had for a while, but this isn't to bash anyone. Not all VTubers are like that. You're gonna meet some very kind people. It's just really knowing who to trust. Knowing who to really just fracking trust, because you got so many people who just are ignorant to real talent. You got people who are just completely ignorant towards potential and talent. And it's like, people who are only known for popularity and nothing else, and they get led to an agency, it's like, yo, hold it. I'm sitting here actually having a rare talent, and you're just going to ignore me. Meanwhile, you got some person who's only known because of being a big face and stuff. No, I mean, like, what can they do? Like, what's their talent besides just being popular? Popularity is just a bit. It's just one of the fruits of a talent. I mean, if you're popular for a talent, then that's different. Okay, that makes sense. But if you're only popular for just being popular, that doesn't make any sense. No. But then again, you can't expect the whole world to have the exact same moral compass as you do. It's unfortunate, but that's just how this world is. But what we can do is keep being the best person that we can be, and sure, God willing, one day I'll make it to a great agency. I'm not gonna quit. I am too stubborn for that. Because I know my haters will want me to quit. The minute people try to pat you on the back for wanting to quit, they're not truly your friends. They're not. They want you to quit. They do. But they'll try to hide it and pretend to be your friend. Maybe talk to you for a few days and then they'll ditch you. No, I don't need that. Thank you for your kindness, but I'm not quitting. No. I'm not going to quit being a streamer. I'll never quit being a streamer. I'm never going to quit being a VTuber. I'm not. Because I know that's what people want. They want you to quit. That's just the truth. That's what people always want you to do, is just quit. But anywho, we're not going to dwell on that. We're not going to dwell. Projects are going great. Still just need to be patient. Projects are working fine as ever. Just needing to be patient. Very patient indeed, because people have been coming, just DMs and stuff, trying to open with collabs. Pardon me, excuse me, I'm not EP yet. I really want to do more collabs with people. I really do. Yeah, I'm not gonna give up on that. If even the big VTubers don't ever want to talk to me, which I'm not saying that's the case, please do not go around harassing people, okay? Do not go harassing any big VTubers. Don't do that. Otherwise, you will be banned from this community. Don't do that. We do not spread negativity. We're about positivity, so don't go around and do that, okay? What I'm saying is, if some VTubers never want to hang with me, okay, cool, whatever. I mean, not everyone's going to be your friend. That's just a life fact. Not everyone's going to want to support you. Not everyone's going to want to help you out because you're a smaller VTuber. Well, okay, cool. If that's the kind of vibe you want to have, then fine. But tell you what, when I do become big and famous and popular, I want to see you have that exact same type of energy again. Exactly. But aside from that, we're going to keep pushing. We're not going to quit. We never will. Just going to check my stats again, make sure we're all running smoothly. Alright, we're doing good. So far, our signal is a-okay. I know lately we've had a few technical difficulties in the past, but we're good. I don't want to make it sound like I'm bratting off. I don't like to do that. I don't, because it's kind of bratty. It is. Now, I'm not trying to come off like that ever. I'm really trying not to come off like that, because don't nobody need to hear that junk. Don't nobody need to hear that. Don't nobody need to be involved. And I'm not trying to start drama. I never start drama. You already know that about me. I don't. And I just want to maintain positive vibes. And that's all I want to do. So I'm going to keep doing that. That's what I'm always about. It's just being a positive force of energy. I don't want to come off like a negative person. I don't want to ever come off like that. Yeah, I never want to come off like I don't want to promote positive vibes. I do care about that. Alright. Just make sure y'all refresh your streams. Just a quick check. Just refresh your stream so that way everything's Gucci. Make sure everything's a-okay. Alright, appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, but main thing is just I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up on being a streamer. I want y'all just to know that right now. That's never going to happen. But anyway, as we wait and prepare, as I prepare to bring in our special guest, we're going to take a small little break, and then we're going to get ready for a very special greeting for a very special person in my life. So, y'all just sit back, relax until I return. Be right back, warriors. Don't go anywhere. I mean it. Don't go anywhere. And we're back, guys. We're back, everyone. Just getting set up and ready for a special guest to come on in. But meanwhile, thanks for the patience. Thanks for the wait. Meanwhile, though, how's everyone doing still? Hope everyone's really enjoying their Father's Day. Matter of fact, I encourage everyone to invite their father to the stream. Like, I encourage everyone to bring their fathers to also watch with you. Like, if you're able to, at least. If you're able to, have your father figure, just come and watch the stream with you. I invite that. We're going to give it a few more minutes as we sit and wait. Just going to sit down and wait for a bit. Honestly, I've been thinking for a bit. Ever since y'all have seen my MMA content, a good bit of my IRL form, what would you say if I started doing IRL content some more? Lately I've been kind of thinking about it, just trying some new stuff outside VTubing and just focus more on IRL content. I've thought of that for some time. No, I'm not leaving the VTuber hemisphere. No, I'm not leaving that. I'm just trying some new stuff. Honestly, that's what I want to do, is just try some new stuff. Exactly. Want to try something new, try something different this time. Yeah, try something new. Because, honestly, like for real, I want to try something newer and better. And just grow what I do best besides just gaming. But no, I'm not leaving VTubing. It's just trying some newer stuff. That's the main game plan. That's the main game plan indeed. Yeah, it's just VTubing. It kind of feels like VTubing used to be, I mean, it still is kind of fun, but ever since 2020, things have changed a lot. Sometimes it just feels like VTubing is not meant for everybody, because it's kind of like a toxic community sometimes. It can be like that sometimes. But without further ado, I think it's time for a very special guest to come in. Alright, chat. Alright. Just getting everything ready, just welcoming them on in. As we wait though, again, I know there's a new Elden Ring game that just came out. Elden Ring Nightright. Am I saying it right? Nightwait? You're the best at VTubing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Although I just feel like I want to try something else. It's just, VTubing nowadays feels kind of... Now don't get me wrong, I'm not going to quit being a VTuber. I'm not going to quit. I'll never quit. It's just, sometimes I feel like you want to try something different, because nowadays people do not really appreciate talent. They do not, and it's like you need to stick it to the man. No, that's what you need to do sometimes. You need to stick it to him. Like, no, you need to learn to respect talent. And that's what I want to do. Just not in this form. I feel like in this form, it's not enough. But thank the good Lord for blessing me with enough resources. More than enough, actually. I now have a fully, well, yet to be tested, but fully built form. But with that being said, let's get ready for a very special guest to join our stream. Alright, let's go ahead and just make sure the music is nice and subtle, make sure everyone is able to hear. So without further ado, let's go ahead, get the father mic on. Okay. Okay, now then, for a very special guest, I like for everyone, which y'all have already known, I've already mentioned about him. He is one of the main people who've helped inspire me to continue with my VTubing and has always been a great motivator ever since I was young. So, Warriors, I'd like for y'all to meet my father.
Hi, Zach and your followers. Good seeing everybody. Good being with you.
Let me just go ahead and bring you on into the Lit Dojo. Hold on. Let me just bring you up already. Ah, bingo. Alright, let me just scooch myself on over here. Alright. So, for everyone who's wondering what to call my father, the correct term in Japanese during the time of the samurai, one would call, well, the father of a samurai a shifu in this case. So in this case, you only just call him shifu, or Papa Shogun. Let me just turn this down. There we go. So then, thank you, words. Thank you, Warriors, thank you. And thanks, Dad, thanks for being here today. It means a lot.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers.
Papa Shogun, exactly. Thank you, Freeman Paul, thank you. So, nice to meet you too, sir. Thanks, everybody, thank you. It means a lot to finally just introduce y'all to one of my parents. It means a lot. This is what I've always wanted to do ever since I first started VTubing. Even with other VTubers like Surveil, and who else? Surveil, Cinder, and like with Spite. I've always wanted to introduce y'all to my family, so really appreciate it. So, starting off, any questions, Dad? Any questions?
No, you take the lead.
Okay, cool. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you again, friend Paul. So, Warriors, I know during the last few streams, we've been talking about playing how... we've already been playing Wolfenstein. That's been a huge hit so far. I want to finish that game off too. We're almost done. We're almost done playing Wolfenstein. But eventually, I really want to play the new Assassin's Creed game that just came out. Really want to play that. I know... which one just came out? I know it was Assassin's Creed Shadows. That just came out. Yeah, we're going to finish Wolfenstein. We'll try. So, here's the plan, chat. Here's the plan. What we're going to do is we're going to try to finish, hopefully, this coming Monday, tomorrow, and Tuesday. This will try to be a full finale. A full 1-2 grind through. We'll try to, okay? I mean, I won't ever make a promise that I can't keep. Y'all know that. I keep the bean. I keep it 100. So, or as you always say, we're gonna keep the buck. Oh yeah, the new Assassin's Creed, it's been out, I believe. I think it just came out like the past few months. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Really look forward to playing that game. And for my father, who's already interested. So Assassin's Creed is pretty much a series that takes place in. It's like time travel, where you basically relive each time during... Okay, there's a lot to explain. So basically, you're basically like a assassin from the future who, through time travel, possesses an ancient warrior to protect a time from being... unraveled, like being incorrect. So you have to like see the game to fully understand. It's one of those complex games where it takes story to understand. But the new game that just came out, Assassin's Creed Shadows, basically takes place in the ancient Okinawa times.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, exactly. So, which I'm really excited, having the concept of both a samurai and a ninja, kind of like my VTuber lore, being both a samurai and a ninja. I really hopefully can find time to just be able to find the game and just get that downloaded so we can finally play that Warriors. I mean, honestly, and that's not the only game. I have seen so many other Assassin's Creed games before then that, yeah, we're really going to grind through the whole series. Hopefully we can. We'll make some time. Like, y'all know I got the whole schedule on lock. Like, y'all know me. I got an entire long Google Docs list. Like, I could show you the list, and I honestly do, but I don't want to spoil anything. And then I know we just played Minecraft I believe it was a month ago actually, we played Minecraft with Les Pauler. Definitely need to continue that. We need to continue that with Les Pauler playing Minecraft. And then afterwards, so I took a break from Clair Obscur, which is a French game. It's a roleplay game where you basically have to time every attack. It's one of those parry, strike, like perfect timing games. Excuse me, I'm spitting facts already. You literally have to like perfectly time your parrying moves. And so we did play Clair Obscur like a week ago, but then we took a break because it is let me tell you, Dad, it is a long game. You have to constantly grind on it. So it's not just a game that you can beat within a few streams, like how we beat Doom within 5 streams. That was actually pretty easy. I mean, basic run and gun games like that really, to me, it just feels natural. It's like when you jump in, it's like your body via adrenaline already knows how to handle the process. It's just, that's the thing about Doom. According to a video that I actually found a few weeks ago at work, it basically, like running in, fighting monsters, run and gunning, helps your brain with like fast multitasking process where you're able to think fast with puzzles, and you're able to just go in, solve problems, adapt, overcome at fast mental speed rates. And yes, Yamet. Yes, like so long, exactly. Clair Obscur takes a long time. I believe Clair Obscur is like, oh, let me look up. How many levels is Clair Obscur? How many levels? Oh, misspelling alright. Levels is Clair Obscur. Whoa, level 99. Okay, wow. Wait, actually, no, wait, that's just the power boosting. Okay, no, wait. We need to look up chapters. How many chapters? Yeah, well, I mean, it probably means, like, leveling up characters. How many chapters are in? How long is Clair Obscur? Let's see. The length of Clair Obscur 33 varies depending on how much of the game you explore. The main story can be completed about 30 to 35 hours. Whoa. Talk about an intense game in chat. Okay, let's read on further. Maybe we can find something else. Let's see. Okay, so there's a total of 7 chapters. It just takes long. So basically 7 chapters. Okay, that ain't too bad. Well, it sounds easy, but then again, when you write it down on paper, yeah. So, but none we can't handle. I mean, we faced worse. I mean, we have literally faced worse. Like, y'all remember our past horror streams of Choo Choo Charles that was on. That was during 2024 Halloween when we played Choo Choo Charles. That was our first horror stream, which honestly we did an amazing job on. Then what else? We also played, we still gotta finish Playtime, Poppy Playtime, which that was quite something. The first 2 chapters were, we managed. Let me just slide you on over, Father. Let me slide myself on over too. There we go, got the chat coming on in. Sometimes chat takes a little time, Dad. Sometimes the chat box is a little slow because of viewership, but we cool. Anywho though, so Puppy Playtime, we are on chapter 4, which got a little bland and boring because Huggy Wuggy, no, not Huggy Wuggy, excuse me, scratch that in reverse, not Huggy Wuggy, Yarnaby. Listen, I thought there was a way to save Yarnaby in the game, but it turns out the person who did that was just a cheat that they used, a downloadable cheat, which I'm not gonna do that. Like, I play the game organic. I don't do cheats. I mean, if y'all are into like mods and fun and stuff, okay, we could do that sometime, but Poppy Playtime. Talk about the thick of it by KSI. Like, seriously, I want to just finally finish Poppy Playtime and get over with, and then hopefully play. Let's see, I know there's some new horror games coming out too. I mean, at least IGN News has expressed a new horror game coming out, but I'll have to check again. I will really have to check again because I don't want to give misinformation, but a lot of promising games are coming. But I want to first take care of the list first. We have a lot to grind through, and I really want to finish the whole Wolfenstein series, and then play Doom Eternal, which I know playing Doom Dark Ages, Doom 2016, that was a huge blast. I mean, I really thought Doom, for my father who doesn't know, Doom is basically, you're a space marine who fights monsters from another dimension. It's basically a first-person run-and-gun game, and they actually just came up with Doom the Dark Ages, and then there's Doom 2016, which I actually just beat a few. It was actually, I believe, and correct me chat if I'm wrong, it was exactly about 2 weeks ago we just beat Doom 2016 within just 3 streams. Now back in 2024 I did originally do a first playthrough, and that took me about 9 streams because of the computer error, the computer crash. But nonetheless, we beat it, and now replaying it again, we actually did really good. I mean, we beat it within 3 streams, 3 nights to be exact. That's a new feat. I mean, that really is. So we beat Doom the Dark Ages, which only took about 5 streams. So we can clap that up. And then Doom 2016, again, 3 streams. And now we're doing Eternal. I really look forward to seeing how this playthrough goes, because in Eternal, I've already seen some gameplay and it is crazy. I mean, you want to talk about run and gun, fight for your life? I mean, again, KSI in the thick of it, and everybody will know. But we'll be alright, Warriors. We're gonna just keep grinding through, because even after we beat the Doom series, speaking of Doom, I really hope, and this is what we've been talking about in VR chat with some friends. I've spoken to some friends in VR chat, where I really hope they come up with a new Doom game, like at least a new DLC for Dark Ages, because personally, I don't know what the hate was with, I believe Doom the Dark Ages was fairly good. I mean, I know some people said that was a little slow. I'll admit the game pace was a bit slow. I mean, matter of fact, let me see. Doom Dark Ages. Alright, just gonna find a good video. Let me see. Maybe just like a demo walkthrough, or a demo. Okay, here's a good one. We're just gonna scooch on over, bring Pops on down here, we'll bring Popeye down here. Gonna go ahead and get the video ready. And there we go. And we're just gonna go ahead and mute our music for now. Just gonna go ahead and put that on pause. Alright, so make sure the content box is ready. Here we go. Go ahead and pop that one up. Alright, so honestly, let's see. Doom Dark Ages gameplay. Because again, I don't know why people said the Dark Ages is kind of slow. Me personally, I feel like it was alright. I mean, it was still pretty good. Especially with the boss fights. Let me see. Alright, just gonna go ahead and start with the boss fights first. I'm just gonna speed through some of the video too. Okay, so originally, alright, good cinematic opening, as y'all remember. So I'm going to turn Dad's microphone down. And here you go, just so you can listen. I've already played the game before, so I already know how it sounds. Alright, so starting off, we got the monsters attacking. We got the imps attacking, so we can just speed through here. Okay, here we go. The Atlas versus Titan fight. Now, I really love how they gave the Doomslayer a mech. This was epic. Like, this was really like straight off of Pacific Rim. I mean, it was really, really a fine touch. Like, what do you think, Dad? What do you think?
Super.
Exactly. Like, just seeing the Doomslayer have a mech, fighting these giant, like, absolute demon-like titans. I mean, seriously. I mean, handling this guy like a Kit Kat bar. Double snaps, double crunch. Honestly, they really did good with this game. I mean, I don't know why people say that the game wasn't good. I mean, yeah, they could add some more. They could maybe add a few more extra chapters, because me personally, I feel like the game was a little rushed with the story and with the chapter. But, you know, to each their own. I feel like if they were going to add just a little bit more, I hope they add more in the DLC. Because sometimes that's what people do. Sometimes game developers, when they make a DLC, they'll probably add more, make the DLC longer than the original game. Like what they did in Doom Eternal. Or that's just my, actually, I can't really say that, and again, that's just my opinion. I can't really say that, so. Now, I really loved how the mechanics of the game here is you can dodge while just fighting. It's like a quick time event. So, again, really just watching and then actually first playing this game. Me personally, I feel like they really could have added more to the story. It did feel a little rushed, and the combat was a bit slower than I expected. Like, I literally thought it was going to be like, I mean, it still is hordes of monsters attacking. Like, it is like hordes and hordes of creatures attacking, but still. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's still pretty fun. It's still pretty good. Alright, here comes the Titan. Now this, okay, I remember this boss fight was quite something, but we handled it very well. Like, this literally, for those who like take boxing, this really gets you into like the feel of it. Like Bob and Weave chat, Bob and Weave, it feels like that. I mean, it really just gives you lots to be grateful for. Just really has you think the devs, the developers were really just putting the time and effort into the detail. I mean, I know it's still kind of like a sci-fi game, but that extra detail realism really says a lot. And here he goes, being the hot potato. This is Sparta. I love that reference. I love how they keep doing like the Spartan kick reference. I love that. What's the name of that movie? 3000, was it? It was like the Spartans, pretty much. So, this part just... I love how they did try to make it cinematic. I mean, again, they really put their best efforts to making it cinema.
The transdimensional barrier is offline.
Alright, now, let's see.
The Creed has requested an immediate report.
Let's see. I want to get to the best... Okay, now this boss fight here, this is where it gets really interesting. So, I kind of feel like this boss fight here, the Creed Maker, I really feel like that boss fight was too rushed. I honestly, oh, excuse me, didn't mean to hit that. Oh, there we go. Didn't mean to hit that. But yeah, I honestly feel like the Creed Maker boss fight was a little rushed. There could have been more dialogue. Like when you first fight the Creed Maker, they could have added more dialogue. They really could have done that. And I feel like that's just what's missing. But all in all, I mean, it's still a good fight. Especially with how he summons his little minions to fight you. It's like they always summon minions just to escape. That's what they always do. I mean, nonetheless, I really love how they made the gun, the Ravager and the Punisher, no, the Pulverizer. It's literally like a minigun that grinds up skulls for ammo. That's heavy metal. I mean, it really is, chat. And honestly, I mean, I really want to see what they do for the DLC. I really want to see what they do for the DLC because, again, if they put this much effort already into the main story, I mean, even though it does feel a little rushed, I will agree, it was still kind of rushed with the story. But if they can put this much effort into the story, I believe they can add just a little bit more. I believe they really can. Because it just says volumes. It really does. Because I mean, again, the gameplay, which, Dad, you can also agree, the gameplay is still pretty good. And then moving on towards, you're gonna like this one, the Cthulhu boss fight. The gameplay was immaculate with this boss fight. Like the fact that we literally got to fight Cthulhu, that's just crazy. The way that we're just casually fighting Cthulhu like it's nothing. Just goes to show, I mean, just how much, it really has you question just how powerful is the Doomslayer. Like seriously, I might play this game again just for fun's, chat. Cause y'all know I love the whole Doom franchise. I really do. And just seeing how much they really cooked on this part of the story. Keep in mind, this is literally the past. This is literally like centuries ago in the past, where the Doomslayer was still, like before Eternal, he was still like younger. So I mean, I really want to see how much they add in the DLC. Look, Chase, summoning calamari. I mean, I really want to see what they have for the DLC. But what are your thoughts?
A lot of action, a lot of good, clean combat.
I agree. Hold on, let me just straighten myself on up. Real quick. There we go. Hold on. VTuber acting a little weird. That's okay. But aside from that, honestly, they cooked really good on this game. They really did. I mean, I still feel like they could have done more. I really feel like they could have done more and more. Bone breaker. And pop go the weasel. That part never gets old. And the way he just casually tossed him aside. He literally tossed him aside like he was a salad. Like fresh calamari. Or, no, not calamari, like fresh, like what do they call squid in Japan? Like when it's served?
Sushi.
Sushi, yes, sushi. Like sushi. Like, Doomslayer literally turned Cthulhu, one of H.P. Lovecraft's greatest powerful characters, into sushi. Like, that's crazy. It's sushi. Okay, thank you. Yeah, sushi. I mean, you can't get any more crazier than that. But honestly, Honestly, aside from that, oh, I'm just gonna grab, just carefully take that. Excuse me. But honestly, chat. Aside from that, okay, there we go. Let me just adjust my camera. Sometimes the camera acts a little funky, but we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Just gotta reset my position. Sometimes cameras act a little weird. There we go, much better. But yeah, I mean, seriously, I just gotta be honest. Speaking of gaming too, I really want to play Red Dead Redemption. I know that's been on the list for a while. I really want to play Red Dead Redemption. It's like a cowboy game.
Okay.
So basically there's Red Dead Redemption 1, Red Dead Redemption 2, and I believe, I'm not sure yet, I don't want to give misinformation, but I believe, I could be wrong, but I might have seen something about Red Dead Redemption 3. I'm not making any promises, don't want to give false information, but if they make a Red Dead Redemption 3, I will definitely play. I will definitely, like, no cap chat, I will definitely play Red Dead Redemption 1, 2, and 3. Because I have always been wanting to play that series for a long, long time. And just honestly, aside from Red Dead Redemption, what else? There's also the Dark Anthology films, which is I want to find some other VTubers to play that with. Yeah, like just find some other VTubers to hang with and play with and just really have a great time. Because the Dark Anthology, for my father who isn't familiar with the games, is basically a series where you have to, the game is tailored by how you choose. So it's going to give you a list of choices for the character, and how you choose will decide if they either survive or kick the bucket. So
Interesting.
it is. When are you planning to collab with another VTuber? So that's the thing, chat. So that's the thing. With collabs, it does take some time. Sometimes it takes time for other VTubers to reach out. It takes a little patience. But nonetheless, we'll be okay. Just takes a little patience. I have reached out to other VTubers. That's gonna take some time. It's going to really take some time, but I'll keep y'all updated. Don't worry. Y'all know I keep you posted as always. But good thing is I have had other VTubers reach out to me, so it means a lot. And hopefully even after our upcoming sponsorship, I really look forward to meeting other VTubers to collab with. So I'm very excited. Again, for those who probably have missed it, we have a sponsorship coming up this upcoming week. Oh, excuse me, Dad. Let me just move you aside. So we have a sponsorship coming up around the 25th through the 29th. Well, the 30th actually. Excuse me. We will be having our very first sponsorship, which I am very much excited. Excuse me. Very much excited to be part of my first sponsorship. Just being invited means a lot. So really looking forward to meeting other VTubers and just making a lot of good friends. I mean, we're really growing our community, chat. We are really growing. And that's all that really matters. It's just we continue to grow. So honestly, I even look forward to having my father attend there. If, of course, maybe I have free time. I mean, I stream around, according to my schedule, I'll stream possibly around either 6 o'clock early or 8 o'clock. It depends, but I'll let you know when I go live.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Dad. So, aside from that, also, I know, let's see, I got this week already planned. Next week is already planned. The week after, possibly going, let's see, I think we still got some of June left. So, after these upcoming 2 weeks, the week after, we might plan some anime reaction streams. Just watch some One Piece. I know I keep saying that we're going to do that, and we will. It's just a lot of planning. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry. We have so many cool adventures to go on that the anime will come before you even know it. You will enjoy it because I really, really want to watch One Piece again. It has been a long time since I've watched One Piece. And as you know, I really love One Piece. It's one of the greatest anime to ever watch. And honestly, I know there's a lot going on with, well, no spoilers though, but there's been a lot going on. I've seen some minute details, I'll say that, minute details. But aside from that, I really want to watch the new One Piece episodes. We can watch them together too, either here or on another part of the metaverse. Don't worry, I'll keep y'all updated on my Twitter. Y'all know I keep you updated on Twitter or on the Discord. But yeah, we will watch One Piece and along with some other anime. Really looking for JoJo to have a new chapter. They're really sleeping on that. They need to have JoJo chapter, let's see, 7. Yeah. Oh yeah, don't worry, on I much prefer to call it Twitter. But I mean, yeah, on X, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, I don't call it X because unless we talk money, you ain't gonna give it to me. Song reference. So, that aside, I honestly just want to continue just gaming, doing artwork. Again, I am planning to do a full week of art streams. So that's what I really want to do. Yeah, let me just adjust my camera. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit. Sometimes it acts a little weird. Here we go. Sometimes the camera acts a little weird. But aside from that though, really want to just do more art streams too, because our last artwork, which, let's see, the last artwork we have done, I can even show possibly on, let's see, DeviantArt. Let's see. Our last artwork, here it is. Our last one, we did pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, this was really good. Let me just go ahead and pull it up. Let me just move you on over farther. Let's see, content. There we go, here's our most previous artwork that we've done. And I'm gonna be honest. So you're doing an art stream today? No, I will be planning. So I'm gonna plan a week to do just full non-stop art streams. That's what we're gonna do. It's full non-stop art streams. That's what we're gonna do. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, we're really doing immaculately well. The way I drew both characters holding their katana, it was a little difficult drawing the hands. Drawing the hands was a little difficult, but wow, this is beautiful. Thank you. Much appreciated. So drawing the characters took a little bit of patience, but we really pushed through. I mean, we really pushed through, especially with so as y'all know, I try to get the details just right with the hands, because it was a little difficult. It was a bit difficult drawing hands, but we managed very well. We really did a good job. The swords are amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I try to get the fine details right. I'm detail oriented, as you know. So I always try to make sure that how I draw the character is as accurate as possible. And then on with our, let's see. And then Cottontail VA, Cottontail voice actor, a fellow VTuber. It must be really difficult. To put so much detail. Well, when you've done artwork as long as I have, you find ways to do your own style. Don't try to do, like I always say, don't try to go by the book so much. I mean, you want to get the accurate reference, but don't ever try to go by perfectionistic. Something I am personally learning to get out of. So it's just learning how to find your own flow. Like as Bruce Lee once said, be like water. You put water in a cup, you become a cup. You put water in a box, you become a box. But if you pour water on the ground, you're everywhere. Fluid. So be like water, as Bruce Lee once said. So I'm very proud of how this turned out too. Very proud, especially with the background art. So what I try to do, chat, is I always try to draw the background first because it's so much easier. I do the background first, then minuscule it down to the characters. That's what I always do, is try to minuscule it down to the characters, make it so it's not too confusing. Because my mind process is trying to simplify it down to the smallest thing. So simplify it from background to close-up detail to drawing the characters. That's just how my brain operates and perceives things. But really proud of how I drew the characters. I always try to focus on like autonomy, like female and male autonomy when drawing, and this really turned out well. What do you think, Dad?
Looks well. Yeah, pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, I always try to do my best with just details, try to make sure everything works well. First, a nice background first, but I think comic illustration draw characters first. Huh, oh, yeah, that is true. That is true. Well, sometimes, and that is true, illustrators draw the characters first. They do. I guess it's just to each their own. My mind sees it as like a puzzle. You draw the background first, and then you put the characters in. That's how I perceive things, is you draw the environment, then you draw where you want the characters to be. That's just how I see things. And you know, every artist sees things differently. That's what makes everyone unique. That's what makes everyone special, like VisiPop. How when she draws characters, her art style is very expressive. Yours is too. It's alright. Thanks. So honestly, we're growing. Like our art has been growing wondrously. And I want to continue to keep doing that. I really do. So that being said, we're just going to go ahead and take a little break from the content. But honestly, I really look forward to just growing more as a content creator. And also, I want to thank Dad for coming here. Again, thank you.
Thank you for the invite.
Of course. As always, y'all. Hold on, camera acting funky. As always, hope you also brought your fathers to the stream too. Take time to thank your dads for being the best in your life, and to always thank them for being a great mentor. Fathers are important. Doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't matter how hard life might be. The fact that we have someone in our lives to help us grow and become the people who we are today, that speaks volumes. Oh, that's great. Y'all have your fathers here. That's awesome. Yeah, take time to thank your fathers. Take time to just thank God for having a figure in your life to always guide you. So that being said, again, Dad, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Zach. I enjoyed my time.
Thanks. Well, we're going to take a little break from here, guys, and afterwards, we're going to do some funny reaction vids to memes, and afterwards, well, we're just going to chill and vibe. So don't go anywhere, Warriors. We'll be right back.
This could stay all down, all last in winterland, and could war, cause it's eldest line. We washed that out, the darkness not a blue, then a need.
warriors. Thanks for the patience as always. Thank you so kindly. I'm really glad you got to meet my father. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad you all got to meet my father. I'm very honored to introduce you to my family. It means a lot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and react to some videos. Let's go ahead and react to some more. I won't react to some Doom memes. I want to react to some Doom memes for real. Cause why not? I want to do that all day. Alright, this is perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and pull up the content. Let's scooch myself on down here. Let me see. Perfecto. Alright, here we go.
Getting PTSD from aliens. Giving PTSD to aliens. Game boot sequence got me like ID, Bethesda, Doom Eternal.
Bruh, be like that.
Miss Frizzle, where are we now? Suit up, Arnold. My child will kill the archvile by quick switching weapons and using equipment. If Doom is known to never have long sleeves, then why do people love the Predator suit, the only one, where you can't see those juicy biceps? Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 64, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal. Kill Cacodemon. Have a Cacodemon as a pet. Doom community.
Have a Cacodemon as a pet. Bruh, that's relatable. Imagine riding that thing as a horse. That would be adorable. Of course, of course. The whole Doom community.
You have been healed. An offering. Doom Eternal. The Binding of Isaac.
Oh. Ooh. Bruh, that hurts. The Doomslayer actually had a wife and kid. That hurts a lot.
Rebirth. Cult of the Lamb. What the hell is this?
You know what? I honestly wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened.
Doom Eternal. Doom 2016. Doom 1993. Doom 64. I finally got all Doom's games. I finally got all Doom's games. Which is your favorite running gag in the two games? Doom 2016. Samuel Hayden's disappointment and anger over Doom Guy doing the exact opposite of what he told him to do. Doom Eternal. The human's fear and surprise over meeting Doom Guy in person. Shout out to motorized melee weapons.
Motorized melee weapons. Oh yeah, the chainsaw, surely. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Bro, why you gotta call me out like that?
Gotta be one of my favorite genders. There is a treat on Earth. Steven Universe.
No, Steven. You cannot save these demons. You cannot, sweet child.
Doom Eternal is better than 2016.
It is.
When they have no Super Turbo Turkey Puncher. Nuke Mars. Use this. The last TV show you watched is now getting a crossover with the last video game you played. What is the unholy abomination that has just been created?
Bruh. Nah, see, what they actually... No, see, that's what I'm actually afraid of is, what if they made a IRL, a live-action Doom movie? I really hope they... If they're gonna do a better Doom movie, I'd say it should be based around... How do we want to do this? Well, Doom Dark Ages, since that's where it takes place first. Dark Ages 2016, and then Doom Eternal. 2016 is better. Surely it is. 2016, it was alright. I prefer Eternal. I prefer Dark Ages and Eternal because the weapons are a lot better. They are. I mean, hear me out, chat. Hear me out. 2016 weapons they're like survivor weapons. While Doom, the Dark Ages in 2016, Dark Ages and Eternal, they're like given to you. They're given to you. You don't find them off of dead corpses. They're given to you. So I really appreciate that.
Mom, can I sleep in your room tonight? I'm afraid of. Dr. Hayden, we are literally all about to die a cold, painful bout. Doom's lair. Shut the duck up. I'm getting collectibles.
Lol.
John Wick is likely based to the story of the first few Doom games, and the dog he avenges is even called Daisy. Did you improve the gameplay? Doom Eternal.
Yes.
What did it cost? Everything. Tyrant Baron of Hellpain Elemental. Spirited Hell Knight.
Oh.
But that thing. My house ward. It scares me. My new favorite thing ever is images of Doom Slayer in games that, if you showed to a Doom fan in 2016, they wouldn't believe were real. I
would doubt too.
Doom Eternal Mecha Zombie. Mighty Doom Mecha Zombie. Even the Doom Slayer feels strongly about the gross disregard major corporations have for the environment. Now I'm radioactive. That can't be good. Why can't we find a way to safely dispose of radioactive waste and protect the environment? Even if I personally stop this alien invasion, what kind of planet will we be leaving to our children and our children's children? And the humanity.
He's spitting facts.
Are you a cacodemon? Because I want to explode in your mouth. Or are you a spider demon? Because I want to blast your tail.
Oh, please.
Dude, all of those are amazing. Is that a BFG in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? That's my fav. You might not be able to blow a hole in the surface of Mars, but you can blow me. Are you?
Oh, please.
Because my icon of sin gets more powerful the longer it stays on you. Okay, I'm done. I made the icon of sin work, so I'm satisfied with myself now. Samuel would be proud of me. I'm proud of you too. Me thinking they're talking about doing. My friends trying to talk about Demon's Lair.
Bruh. Okay, if a Doom fan were to riz like this, I'm gonna keep it a band. I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. If any Doom fan tries to riz their girlfriend like this, you have my respects. No, you have my respect for that. You do. If you riz your girlfriend like that, you got my eternal respects. Eternal respects. But
characters that are perceived as very strong, but would not survive what Doom Guy went through the games. Are ya winning, son? No. People playing Doom 2 for the first time. So how do I jump? My house.ward. That's the fun part, you don't. Question. Who would win between the Prowler and the Prowler?
the Prowler.
When you're lost in a level for 10 minutes, but you finally find the way to progress, it's actually just a secret. My little brother says that the classic marine scene looks like an evil Luigi. How accurate is he?
He ain't too wrong. He ain't too far off. He kinda does look like an evil Luigi.
Anyone. My house.ward is more terrifying than the back rooms. Change my mind. The demonic crucible has enough battery life to power the earth. while the Slayer's Crucible only can kill 3 enemies before it needs to be recharged. You're just a cheap ducking knockoff. Oh no, I'm the upgrade. First time with Conmaker.
So wait, what's more powerful? The demonic crucible has enough battery life to power the earth, while the Slayer's Crucible only can kill 3 enemies before it needs to Oh, the demonic crucible. Okay, so the demonic crucible can charge a planet, but the Sentinel Crucible. Okay, so they're not the same thing. Huh.
Oh no, I'm the upgrade. First time with Conmaker. First time with Icon of Sin. Second time with Conmaker. Second time with Icon of Sin. Me opens a door in Doom 3. That imp crouching behind the door. Allow me to introduce myself.
Bruh, no.
Not on our list. Of course not, because I don't belong here. I turned off the music while playing Doom cause it's annoying. Me when I'm not allowed to drink. Mood eternal. When I'm in a being a pain in the ace competition, and my opponent is. Behold, my stuff.
Nice.
The element of pain.
He looks like he's in pain.
June 11th Games Showcase came and went, and no Doom nor Quake game was showcased. Mood eternal. What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said the demons got Hector Salamanca?
What? The demons got Hector Salamanca. I mean, I hope there's a treatment for you, my good sir. I really hope there's a treatment for you. You should see a doctor for that.
When you look into the codex a bit too deeply, there's nothing in the closet, honey. I checked. Video games do affect the mind. I used to play a lot of Doom and now work as a priest.
Oh, lol.
Which side are you on? Daniel, the cooler Daniel. How it feels to be a Doom fan in 2023. Me watching my friend being weird in public. When the Revenants give you that look. What I played. Bolt gun. What I expected. Doom. What I got. I'm so lost. Why won't you die? Nurgle's bullet sponge gif son. Me with a charged blood punch. The pinky that just spawned.
Oh.
How does the Doom?
How's it feel now, Pinkies? How's it feel? You annoyed me constantly. Running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let me adjust my camera. Like, y'all annoyed me. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, you don't have... Do you have any idea, chat, how annoying that is? But now, how the tables have turned. Now I get to be the annoying predator.
Doomslayer relieve his reproduction system inside of hell. Is he not able to? No, he cannot. Oh, why? No honey, only fight. He doesn't have those feelings. No feelings, only rage. Does the Doomslayer hate honey demons? Yes. How does he kill them? He slays them. Thank you for being not you fun monsters.
Thank you for being not you fun monsters. Thank you for being not you fun monsters to battle.
To battle. Lasagna or Doom level?
Bruh, I can now see that. It does look like lasagna. Bruh, they all look like lasagna. For real.
BFG. It's demon slaying good. Doom Guy blood punching. Doom Guy in glory kills. Doom Guy in berserk mode. Doom Guy in lore. This is Doom Guy. He doesn't want to spread Cupid-19. He always wears gloves and a helmet. He brutally kills anyone that goes near him. Doom Guy is smart. Be like Doom Guy.
Be like Doom Guy. Wear your helmet. Wear your mask. Wear your gloves and wear your protection. And you'll be safe from COVID. Just like Doom Guy.
When you beat the game on baby mode with only 43 adults. Professional Doom Slayer. Marauder. Me. Busy trying to chainsaw a prowler I thought was an imp. Every single time. I'm gonna pay you 1 crucible charge to duck off. Literally any game has a tutorial. Doom, here's a shotgun. Kill everything that moves. Heavy metal gets stronger.
Bro, it'd be like that.
I receive. You receive. How did you fail? The test wasn't even that hard. The test.
The Marauder.
The longer the cereal is in the milk, the soggier it will become. No, you can't just set everyone on fire to get armor. Hee. Flame belch goes brrrr.
Bert.
Christians hates demons. Doom Guy
Killing demons.
Christians. Doom is too lent. Doom Guy. This is ducking bullshit. Me. Snaps enemy neck to save ammo. Everyone else at laser tag. Bruh. Dog owner. Don't be scared.
He doesn't bite.
The dog.
The dog. What you mean he don't bite? He don't bite, cuz he don't bite. What you mean he don't bite? That man wanna bite my balls off.
No, you can't just bulk my bullets. That's not how these games work. Stop forcing me to change my tactics. I want to rip and tear. Haha, axe go whoosh. Fortnite was the most important video game of this decade, and it will be for the next one too. You are nothing but a usurper. A full cycle. Doom Guy, rips and tears. McGordon. Doom Guy ripping and tearing.
Rips and shreds.
Doom Guy swimming. The Ducking Marauder. Me playing Doom Eternal for the first time. Conmaker. You cannot resist the will of the cab. Slayer. Pulls out Unmaker. Conmaker.
You were saying, my good sir, we cannot resist the will of the Khan. Well, here's the cons to that statement. Unmaker. As in, it shall unmake thee. Wait, doesn't the Unmaker only work on demons? Hold on, let me see. Doesn't the Unmaker only work on demons? Kill demons. And Doom, the Unmaker specifically designed to kill demons. It is described as a demon tech weapon made from It's made from demon bones. And its power is fueled by the souls of those it slays. The Unmaker's effectiveness is mostly pronounced against demons, though it can be used against other enemies in the game. So wait, you can only kill demons, but then you're gonna use it against the Conmaker. Well, I guess the Conmaker is a demon.
Really angry guy, Lord of Creation, physical manifestation of human evil. Everybody gangster until the arachnotron starts walking on the ceiling.
Oh shoot, so that's gonna be a thing.
Hearing hell on earth during the first mission. Hearing hell on earth during the last mission. When you wake up from a nightmare and it still says, missiles incoming, low health. Your Big C's is ready to play any game with you. No thanks. I can play games on my own. VODS are temporary, but Doom is eternal.
Yes, sir.
Slayer, you can't say that word in heaven. Don't do it. Duck. When you are playing a master level and an archvile summons a Doom Hunter, loads shotgun with malicious intent. Me.
A Doom
Yourself.
Hunter.
My post none clarity. Icon of sin. When your teammate ice in battle mode. Why are you running?
Nah, be like that when the demons start to run. It's like, why are you running now? Nah, why are you running now? I thought you wanted these scraps. What's Salamanca? I don't know. Let's look that up. What's Salamanca? Salamanca. Oh. It's a city. Well, I didn't know Salamanca could be a Salamanca virus. Huh. So it's not really a virus, it's just made up.
Dr. Samu,
Oh, good to know.
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars. Slay. So anyway, I started blasting.
And that he did.
When you finish every possible quest in a game you loved, and enjoy the moment, before you shut it down forever. How was school today? Pretty cool. We learned how to summon a demon in chemistry today. Me 10 minutes into Ancient Gods Part 2 killing Bath Zombie near Empowered Hell Knight playing on Nightmare. Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time. Blood is red. Demons are nocturnal. Halo might be infinite. But Doom is
It's eternal. Bars.
Me, I think I'm ready for a master level. Also me a few minutes into the master level.
No, you are not ready for master level.
Stop moving. You're gonna tip the boat. Come on. The boat isn't that unbalanced. The boat. Doom Eternal Battle Mode. Me wants to play Doom, the level I play. The Tyrants. Doom Guy. The Ancient Gods be like.
Oh.
Here's proof that Doom can run on any engine. Mirrored Air. You were never one of us. It's not like I wanted you to be either. When you are playing Doom Eternal and the demon barriers go up, none of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
You're locked in here with me. Scientists have discovered a terrible inhospitable hell planet floating through space. And before you say, oh, I know, lady, I live here. Allow me to clarify. Heavy metal starts. No, you can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars.
We just did. Like, we don't care. Now, see, that's okay. Facts. The fact that literal Doom Guy and the Dark Lord have the exact... So that's the thing. The Dark Lord in Doom is literally supposed to be like his multiverse's version of God. So, yeah, like his multiverse's version of God. But because he was betrayed by his own creation, he became evil. So that's why the demons now existed. That's literally why. And just so happens that the Dark Lord also created the Doomslayer out of his own image and had him trained by the Sentinels to become this powerful being. So that he could possess him? I'm not exactly sure.
Doom Boy grunt. Doom Boy grunt louder. My face when I'm going to get a cup of water at 3 in the morning. And I stub my toe. The longer the icon of sin is on Earth, the stronger it becomes. I don't deserve you. You should be with a real girl. Doom Guy. Icon of sin.
Facts.
Playing Doom Eternal to the end. Playing Doom Eternal, only to get to our complex for that one track.
Now we're gonna play Doom Eternal to the
Rise
final
and
end.
until they are
Nah, see, when we play Doom Eternal, we're gonna play it to the end. We ain't gonna do no whole. No, we gonna grind on Doom Eternal. We going to grind. And this adventure shall be legendary.
done. More order.
Nah, hold up. Write and teach until they aren't dumb. No, very soon. Very soon we will. I got a lot scheduled already, but we will soon.
Until they are done.
Write and teach until they aren't dumb. Lol. They gonna learn today. They finna learn today.
More order. You are nothing but a usurper. A full cycle. Doom guy. And you're nothing but another demon. More order.
See, that's a crazy thing.
Violent demon.
So that's the crazy thing. The Marauder was actually one of the Sentinels. He actually was. Until, I guess, just like a few other Arc Sentinels. A few Night Sentinels. He turned to the dark side and became a demon. So that's how he became the Marauder. That's crazy. How the Marauder was once an a Night Sentinel. Excuse me, I keep thinking about Transformers.
2016. AKA Summoner. Arch-Violent Doom Eternal. Me at the beginning of the game. Doom Eternal level. Me. Let's go. In and out. 20-minute adventure. 1 hour later. Marauder. You were never one of us. You were nothing but a usurper. A full cycle. My eyes have been opened. Let me help you to see. Slayer. Doom Slayer. Who the duck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
For real.
You can't just blow a hole into the surface of Mars. Think Doom guy. Think.
I mean, we can, we will, and we shall, and we just did. What you finna do, you overgrown Pepsi wannabe tin can?
The icon of sin, when he stays up for just enough time. This is from the timeline, where Daisy was a cat. Danger. All personnel evacuate to the Mars surface.
Was that Harry Potter? Hold up.
Control of the BFG. Let
Nah, was that?
Daisy was a cat.
Bruh, that looked like Harry Potter.
Danger. All personnel evacuate to the Mars surface. The Slayer has control of the BFG. Let me guess. Your home. It was. And it was beautiful.
Well, now it's
You
gone.
played Doom Eternal after beating the first boss, but then 2 more spawned. Dear Bethesda, yesterday I have finished your game on Ultra Ducking Nightmare. Nice work. It's unfortunate that you couldn't save Daisy though. That's the reason why I will slaughter every single one of them.
Wow.
Kill 1,000 humans before I let Argent Energy die.
You kinda did.
Let's summon a demon. Oh my god, this is gonna be so fun.
Why do y'all
What's
do
the
this?
rovers? Who keeps summoning them?
Now that'd be one hangout. Now that'd be one heck of a guy's night out, just killing demons. I'm down for that.
34.6% of players of this achievement, the once and future Slayer, complete the campaign on any difficulty. 34.5% of players of this achievement, 0.1% of players. My goals are beyond your understanding.
So
Dark
just
Lords
don't.
want you to know this, but anger is healthy for you. It is a buff that increases HP and AP. So just a. After getting the Pain Elemental toy, the mission, the nightmares, they're finally over. Let's confuse kids nowadays. Looking the devil right into the eyes.
Hold up. Let's confuse kids nowadays. I mean, I can see the difference. There's the heavy can and the super shotgun. I mean, if you're trying to say that they look the same, you're not fooling me. I have that very keen detail of perspectives. That keen perspective of detail, if you would.
Looking the devil right into the eyes.
For real.
Splatoon. Boss music for the player. He's probably thinking of other women. Why can't they just make a good Doom game anymore? A Doom Eternal fan when the only thing they can rip and tear is their size 3XL underwear. Biblical angels. I single-handedly raised an army and leveled 2 cities. Time to announce the coming of Christ. Be not afraid. Modern angels and baby.
For real. This is supposed to be an angel? Look like a teeny tiny baby. Look like a peanut. The angelic peanut is what we'll call you.
Normal gamers, it's just a door. Doom players. Wait, you guys actually hate Doom Resurrection? I thought it was a joke.
Wait, Doom Resurrection? That's a thing?
To change my friend's nickname to Batman after his parents were murdered. Doom Absolution. You guys always act like you're better than me. Doom Inferno. Doom Eternal. Doom 2016. Why didn't the Slayer just pull him through a portal and then kill him? Is he stupid? Humor. Degrav. If Sentinel Holy Blood is spilled on these grounds, you will lose all sovereignty here. Best game for a 6-year-old or under, beside Pokemon's games. Doom. Trust me, it's a very Christian game. He's out of line, but he's right.
Best game for a 6-year-old or under, besides Pokemon games. Doom, trust me, it's very Christian. It's a very Christian game. He's out of line, but he's right. I mean, I wouldn't suggest Doom to your 6-year-old, but whatever floats your boat.
I thought the cyber zombie looked familiar.
Terminator looking self.
Killer of giant multidimensional alien babies that can teleport anywhere, who also killed hundreds of aliens, beat the army of the United States in a landslide, took down an alien empire almost single-handedly, and is protected by some mysterious entity with a 6-suit. Killer of millions to trillions of demons, absorbing all of their energy, including multiple demon lords who embodied sin itself.
Doomslayer. I'd say a Doomslayer would win.
8-year-old me searching up Doom Eternal. Dr. Samuel Hayden be like, I'm the head of this facility.
You were.
Dual hexagon shotgun. Me before buying Doom, I've heard this is a fun game, might as well check it out. Me after playing through Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, the Ancient Gods, and the original Doom 2, on a mountain of skulls, in a castle of pain, situated on a throne of blood, I stand as God.
No.
When you beat the boss with your last bullet, and 1 HP left. Ha ha ha, you're out of ammo. Click click, toss toss, crack. Oh no, you're out of ammo.
He's out of ammo, but he's not out of options.
Using power-ups during tough fights. Barely surviving the fight, and finding the power-up afterwards.
Bruh, I've done this so many times. I've done this so many times when playing Doom. It's like you don't even need to use power-ups sometimes. I mean, sometimes I will use a power-up, but other times I won't, because it's like, what's the point? The minute you get a power-up, they start to run. So they can burn you out. It's like, nah, I'm using I'm using my guns, is what I'm doing.
Damn, they weren't kidding when they said it was the easiest game to run. Doom on a pregnancy test. Advanced Rip and
I have literally heard games. I've heard people talk about how they play Doom on a calculator. On a calculator. How do you play Doom on a calculator is beyond me.
Tier protection. After looking around the room for 2 minutes, my wife says I can't find the case forward. Horror game. Monsters. Player. Doom. Player. Monsters. Me killing demons and doing. Me extremely religious grandmother. Listeners.
Bro, that's literally how I felt just showing my dad Doom. Me killing demons in Doom. My extremely religious grandmother. Die sinners. That's too adorable. Just can't.
Fat Duck. £22 and 99 pence.
Fat man. This is a fat man. Like, good lord, you fat ass crap.
Yorch Torch Games. When there's a female Night Sentinel that appeared in the trailer for only a second. I do not get why people say that Doomslayer hates furries if his best friend, Isabel, is a literal furry. He'd be cool with them as long as they don't hurt anyone, in my opinion.
Facts.
Know that every second the icon of sin is on Earth, the stronger it gets. People boycotting Doom, the Dark Ages, due to the Mick Gordon drama. Japanese soldier who kept fighting 29 years after World War II. Warhammer 40k, Halo, God of War, Pacific Rim, Berserk, Modern Doom Lore. Devil May Cry, Devil Cries for sure.
Oh, for sure.
People who don't know, people who know. Before Doomslayer, after Doomslayer. Hell and Doom the Dark Ages.
Wait, that's how imps looked before?
After Doomslayer.
Imp Stalker. Oh, that's how they looked before. Doom before Doomslayer. After, wow. The Doomslayer is so powerful that he literally altered the physiology of the demons. That's how weak he made the demons, that it literally permanently altered their physiology. Wow. That's some next tier power.
Hell and Doom the Dark Ages, Hell and Doom 2016. If you are a demon, do not attack loved ones of caped green armored guys named Doom. The Slayer's true enemy. I fear no demon, but that thing. Long stairs. It scares me. Everyone making Doom videos about them playing the Dark Ages early. Me trying to avoid spoilers.
Be like that.
Mayo making videos on Doom Eternal. Under the Mayo making videos on other games. Motivated. Activated. Samuel Hayden when Doom Guy wants to do something. You can't do that. Vega when Doom Guy wants to do something. Duck and send it. Gamers. Marty Stratton. Sweet Baby Incorporated. Click. Gamers. Doomslayer when demon kill his pets. They can't keep getting away with it. Demons when the Slayer rips and tears their whole civilization. He can't keep getting away with it. It is but a scratch. Davith from his last
For real.
when the makers start using the super weapon he specially created to destroy them against his demons. You weren't supposed to do that. Oh, that's someone pretending to cut Marty Stratton's throat. The Baron does not turn around when the small imp growls. Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. Doom the Dark Ages, zero doubt. Speedrunners after chapter 18.
Time, 0 deaths. Bruh, for real. The Doom Dark Ages 0 death speedruns after chapter 18. Honestly, even if you do put it on nightmare mode, it doesn't matter. They make it hard for you to die, which is crazy.
Waiter, waiter, more salvage charged headshots please. Protecting owner. Ah hell nah, I'm not doing this. Runs away. Doomslayer and the Sentinel Knights are here. Panic. We
She fought well. Protecting owner. Ah, nah, I'm not doing this. Runs away.
away. Doomslayer and the Sentinel Knights are here. Panic. We trapped them in hell. Calm. We trapped Doomslayer in hell with us. Panic. Me just waiting for a sale or game of the year edition. Corporate looking at sales numbers. No, you can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars. Haha. Big ducking gun go big boom. POV. You're in LA. Doom Eternal looks scary. Literally Doom Eternal. It's a shame that I review bomb Doom Eternal Tag 2. Hey, Doom guy. I have drip. Silly archvile. You can't have read. The only game where you are the one with the boss music.
Doom.
You can't just blow a hole into the surface of Mars. Think Doom guy. Think. On our way to kill the CEO of Hasbin Hotel.
Bruh.
Creates humans. Humans. Creates doing. Got. Now that's what I'm talking about. It's a vibing Thor that changes its rhythm depending on the music that is playing at the moment. Rip and tear.
Oh
It's
no.
I've already drawn you as the Soy Jack and myself as the Chad. Any excuse you make regarding your actions are hereby invalid. My family, heaven gained another angel today. Me in hell. Where is Ronald Reagan? March 20th, 2021. March 20th, 2021. When movies end on cliffhangers. Doom is just angry Halo. What fashion?
Why do people compare Doom to Halo? I've never really played Halo, but I'd say Doom is nothing like Halo. I don't know. I mean, I disagree with that statement. Until I have actually experienced the evidence myself firsthand, I can't really agree with comparing Halo to Doom. Excuse me.
What? Hey, stop. Don't look to her. She's not worth your time. Listen carefully for what I have to say. Demon babs are temporary, but doom slaying is eternal. What if we kissed while the big ducking gun 10,000 was firing? Hell priests could be nearby, he told himself. I could tear their heads with my hands. Drop that alien coin on their remains. Dog owner, don't be scared. He doesn't bite. The dog.
He don't bite, right? The dog don't bite. He's biting to me.
Bro, that's pretty cringe. Wow. How did you get like that? Every time I kill a demon, I do one push-up. Jesus Christ. Game has flickering textures. New Windows Defender messes with texture stream. Permanently disable Windows Defender. Problem solved. Air dashing.
Not my problem.
This Doom Eternal game is so boring. I'm about to fall Ashley. The tyrant selects scene. Atheists when they play Doom Eternal. Ancient gods instead of Doom Eternal. Ancient science. Don't do it, fam. Look at this. Hard to believe that was almost 2 years ago. Heavy weapon dude in Doom Eternal. Hand sanitizer. The 0.1% of germs. Average demonic invasion fan. Average divine intervention enjoyer. Okay, yes, I stole my personality from.
Bruh. Now they got dual wield action. Nah.
Doom pan ahead. If you don't wanna see it, don't swipe. Did I die? No, you didn't. Then, why I'm seeing an angel. Oh, you silly. 5 more minutes, you're so warm. Honey, I need to go beat Doom Eternal on Ultra Nightmare. At least we have Halloween to look forward to. Halloween. I don't
You ain't
like
surviving
it.
Halloween.
Red Dead Redemption 2 fans. It's okay. I don't like it. Doom Eternal fans. It's okay. I don't like it. The Last of Us 2 fans. You are a pathetic gamer that doesn't understand the art in this game. programmer successfully runs Doom on heavily modified Arby's beef and cheddar. My face went.
Beef and cheddar? Ah, you about to be sent through the shredder after eating this.
Runs Doom on heavily modified Arby's beef and cheddar. My face went. My face when the Slayer hits me with the dollar store balance. Men, today we fight under our new banner, Karentak. Grandchildren, Grandad, did anything ever good happen in 2020? Me, Doom Eternal. The game journalist, after I give him a double marauder fight. A Doom Eternal fan, when the only thing they can rip and tear is their size 3XL underwear. Dog people, what's the breed? Husky? No, it's an Alaskan Malamute. Cyberman Cubus people, what's the breed? Green. Dr. Hayden, please preserve my Argent equipment. It's mankind's future. Doomslayer. So anyway, I started blasting.
We start
Be
blasting.
on my way to get blown up for the 764,523th time by the Slayer. No, you can't just eat whatever you want and use the rotting flesh to fuel your stomach cannons. When you're swarmed by barons of hell and caco demons, but an imp gets
Honestly, the Mancubus is pretty easy to kill.
who should have one game of the year. Classic revolutionary amazing fun FPS. Butch that cries.
Doomslayer.
Wake up to find their tomb turned into a demon world. You must be Marauder Duck if you think we duck in. Me. Everyone going to prom. Where's a nice suit and dress? That one kid. Heavy
Where's
weapon
Doom's
dude.
shirt?
Medium weapon dude. Here's your order. That. Heavy. Woman with the world's longest nails. Cuts them after nearly 30 years. When you've only been playing OG Doom and start playing Doom Eternal. These are confusing times. Breaking news. Man literally too angry to die. The demons are afraid. Fear for their lives. They killed his rabbit in con. Breaking news. Local man still too angry to die. Doomslayer treat level is at 200%. Minecraft to cancelled by Mother Ducker Satan. The purge has just started. The last fictional character in your camera roll is protecting you for the next 12 hours. Are you surviving?
Are we definitely surviving?
Medium weapon dude. Heavy weapon dude. The heavy weapon dude, called a former commando in the Doom 2 manual, and little do they know that I am coming back. Arrived broken hearted, came to shut but only darted. Heavy weapon dude. Doom guy, now might be a good time to use the big ducking gun. That's my secret, chief. I'm the big ducking gun. A girl invites you to her house to play Doom Eternal.
Jackpot.
PTSD if you are the traumatic event. The monster under my bed seeing me play Doom. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
You have a right to be
My
scared.
face when I get a card from ID Software and Bethesda saying that I will be added to Doom Eternal's second downloadable content, The Ancient Gods Part 2. Wow, I look nice in this picture. I think I will post it. I'm sure this monster that I need to keep me awake through the workday won't be the source of any controversy among goth girls on TikTok. Nobody.
He probably will be.
Doom Eternal.
99% of chance.
Live chain gunner reaction. Live caco demon reaction. Live spider reaction. Live tucker reaction. Live fire baron reaction. Live revenant reaction. Doom guy. Demons. What
Live
the hell are
Revenant
you
reaction.
about? Pinky's in Doom 2016. Pinky's in Doom 1993. Me waiting to be blown up by remote detonation. Pain elemental and future. Everyone else not getting involved. Do you have this beast in your possession? Holy crap. Holy crap. I did it. I can't believe I did it. I'm the first ever demon to bulk the Doomslayer's punch. Oshi. Girls.
You might have blocked the
I can't
punch, but
believe
you can't
didn't
block the blade
comment
that
the
follows.
Do men even have feelings? Boys. POV. You are part of the SCS, and we are discussing which type of milk is the best. I wanna kill all demons. Google, you can't do this. We need their resources. Bing.
Watch us.
The Murator
Keep
is
saying
too
what we
hard.
can and can't do, but we're just going to do it anyway.
Doom
We'll be right back. We're going to take a small little restroom break. Y'all just sit back and grab some snacks till we return. Be right back, warriors. And we're back, chatters. We're back. Thanks for the wait. We're gonna go ahead and finish this video off, and then get ready to call it a night. Or better yet, let me see here.
So this week, the newest Doom game, Doom The Dark Ages, comes out, and so I think it's a perfect time to finally talk about the power scaling of the Doom Slayer himself and the overall power of the Doom universe. As the Doom Slayer is known for tearing through massive hordes of characters as a one-man army, I think a 1v1 fight inaccurately captures the type of fighter that the Doom Slayer is. So today, we're going to be putting him up against the entire Dragon Ball universe. So starting from Chapter 1 of OG Dragon Ball and going all the way to the most recent events of Dragon Ball Super. How far would the Doom Slayer get in the Dragon Ball universe? Would he be able to rip and tear through all of it, or does he struggle with the farmer with a shotgun? Let's find out. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out the links in the description, and let's jump right in. Now, the Doomverse, especially with the recent reboot in 2016, is somewhat controversial scaling-wise, as like with many other video game series, there seems to be a massive disconnect between the visual strength the Doomslayer shows on screen during cutscenes or gameplay, and the actual strength of the Doomslayer as stated in the lore of Doom. That's why some people genuinely think Doomslayer versus Master Chief is even partially debatable, or literally think the Doomslayer is just a kind of strong guy with guns. Both of these are simply downright incorrect ways to understand the character or what he's capable of. I understand that the gameplay may make it look like the Doomslayer is getting hurt by, or that he's struggling with ultimately weak demons or enemies, but within the story, pretty much everything is low difficulty for the Slayer, and almost no one is comparable to him. And when they are, he simply surpasses them. But just to get this out of the way, using Doom Guy without any lore is obviously not getting very far in Dragon Ball. Still, even with just gameplay, the Doom Slayer is no slouch. This insanely lowballed and inaccurate version of the Doom Guy is at least large town level, as he can defeat massive demons like Titans, who through just being able to move around at their size would wield nearly city level power. Beyond even this though, the much weaker version of the Doom Slayer, back when he was just Doom Guy, was able to defeat the original version of the Icon of Sin, who while dying destroyed untold miles of hell, which can get his physical power anywhere from city to island level in destruction. The essentially absolute limit of strength you can get the Doom Guy to while ignoring lore is multi-continent level in power, which is when he uses the BFG 10,000 to blow a gigantic hole in the surface.
So with lore, he's town level. Without lore, he's continental. Talk about needing to put a silencer on him.
Of Mars. However, this doesn't really matter in a combat sense, as the BFG 10,000 is not part of the Doomslayer's normal arsenal. Also, speaking of arsenal, for the most part, I'm not going to be covering the hacks abilities of either side, because ultimately, it's not going to matter for this video. If you do want to see that kind of stuff, there are plenty of other videos and just the gameplay of Doom to show you what he can do. So, from these general values, how far is the Doomslayer getting? Based on the fact that he should just be unquantifiably stronger than himself from Doom 2 after numerous amps and upgrades, the Doomslayer can be at least through the Pilaf saga. The strongest feat in this arc is of course Master Roshi destroying Mount Frypan, which is city to mountain level in power, which cannot scratch the higher ends of the Icon of Sin's dying spasms. However, the immediate next arc has Master Roshi destroying the moon, a feat superior to really any on-screen explosions the Doomslayer has created or survived. Even the previously mentioned BFG 10,000 feat would pale in comparison to the output of the max power Kamehameha. Hypothetically though, the Doomslayer might be able to beat Roshi before he ever transforms and uses the technique, which would maybe allow him to get a little bit further into OG Dragon Ball, but again, he would be hard stopped at the 22nd Budokai and King Piccolo saga, where characters like Goku and Tien have pretty solid arguments for surpassing anything Roshi should be capable of. So the ultra downplayed gameplay Doomslayer ultimately would meet his defeat before he even sees Piccolo Jr. Okay, so let's look at the real scaling of Doom and the Doomslayer. And frankly, the power scaling here is just a disgustingly massive jump. Remember the Icon of Sin? Let's talk about him again, as
So just find Master Roshi. He would not make it. Like if he fought Master Roshi, he would have a very hard time fighting him. Okay.
this demon would return in Doom Eternal stronger than ever as the final boss of the base game. As we get told repeatedly, the Icon of Sin gradually grows stronger with every moment he is on Earth, and would eventually grow powerful enough to destroy the Earth and create a black hole that would envelop the entire universe and bring it to hell. We get told that this is an active and present threat that needs to be immediately stopped or it will come to pass. Given that the Doomslayer is ultimately able to low diff the Icon of Sin and his armor, I think it's fine to say that this makes the Doomslayer anywhere from galaxy to multi-galaxy level, as he should just be outright superior to the black hole created by the Icon of Sin that would have enveloped the universe over time. Even if you disagree and think the Icon of Sin wasn't on Earth long enough to actually start this chain reaction, it won't impact Doomslayer's final scaling. Taking this scaling for now, however, how far does the Doomslayer get? Well, immediately, he obviously is now contending with the level of power of Dragon Ball Z. Using the anime, the absolute best scaling you'd possibly get for the Saiyan Saga and anything before is large planet level, which is a drop in the bucket compared to the universe enveloping black holes the Icon of Sin could potentially make. The same mostly also goes...
So he can withstand black holes. Creator or not, he can still withstand that type of power level. Which means he's going to tap in, he's going to literally just knock everything out off the face of this planet. That's crazy.
For the Namek Saga and Cell Saga, which either have solar system feats from things like Namek's explosion, or outright statements like both Cell himself and guides stating that his Kamehameha had solar system busting power. The only way to get these arcs higher is from statements that the main villains like Frieza or Cell could destroy the universe or intend to destroy the universe. But honestly, these statements are pretty much identical to those for the Icon of Sin. Without knowing the time frame for either of these statements, it's impossible to say which is better. So from this alone, Doomslayer at best gets as far as anime Cell Saga at a highball. However, the Doomslayer is nowhere near done, as we now need to talk about the actual cosmology of the Doom universe, as well as the current strongest threat he's taken on at this point, Davoth, and by extension, Hell itself. Buckle your seatbelts, because this is going to get a little bit crazy and very convoluted. Now, besides the Doomslayer himself, the thing most consistent across the main Doom narrative has been Hell. Hell is repeatedly stated to be boundless, endless, timeless, and that is ultimately unlimited by the boundaries of space, time, or dimension while transcending time and space. This is supported by the fact that Hell is explicitly a higher and superior dimensional plane to a space known as Urdak, a place that in and of itself is not only a higher dimension than the mortal plane, which contains infinite timelines and an entire multiverse, but it is just explicitly stated to be the sixth dimension, already making Urdak complex multiverse level. Hell, being a superior dimension to even that, would be even further into that complex multiversal tier. Now, by itself, the Doomslayer would not inherently scale to this cosmology, if not for the fact that he's able to defeat Davoth in the DLC of Doom Eternal. Davoth is the ultimate Dark Lord of the Doom universe, and Hell itself was merely an extension of his power.
It's actually a really interesting question, and it's going to be answered in DLC 2 in more depth, but I can say it is an absolute extension of the Dark Lord.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. Pretty much every realm and being I've mentioned up to this point, including Hell and Urdak, and even the Doomslayer himself, were either indirect or direct creations of Davoth. And he considers both making and unmaking these realms something as simple as doing it with his bare hands. Despite this, and literally using a giant mech suit to make himself stronger, he gets beaten and literally one-shot by the Doomslayer, who himself took seemingly no actual damage. And this is where the Doomslayer scaling stops for now, and probably will stop for a while. You see, Doom Dark Ages is a prequel to the original Doom 2016, and the Doomslayer has gotten massively stronger since the events of even just 2016. So it's very unlikely that the game will provide the Slayer with any new higher scaling, as it would be completely contradictory if anyone or anything in that game comes close to Davoth in power.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even if he did have his dragon, which would be pretty cool. I mean, he has the dragon and the mech. Still, I mean, that being the prequel, Eternal's like the closest you're gonna get. So I wouldn't even base it on Dark Ages. Dark Ages is a prequel. So you gotta keep that in mind. Shoot, didn't mean to hit that.
The game will provide the Slayer with any new higher scaling, as it would be completely contradictory if anyone or anything in that game comes close to Davoth in power. So, does anyone in Dragon Ball come close? Immediately, even just being baseline multiversal is putting Doomslayer in contention with the pinnacle of the Dragon Ball verse. I don't personally believe any feat in Dragon Ball even gets beyond the low multiversal class between Goku and Beerus in Battle of Gods, even taking higher end scales of the Otherworld being 4 or 5D due to one statement of it being transcendent. This wouldn't even get it as high as Urdak, let alone Hell itself. Even waking Dragon Ball by using out of context super dimensional statements, worrying about the concept of time statements, or beyond dimension statements, these aren't any better than those statements for Hell, which again is literally unlimited by dimensionality. In other words, if Dragon Ball high tiers are outerversal, so is the Doomslayer. So to answer the question asked by this video, how far does the Doomslayer get in Dragon Ball? He would be slamming literally everyone with ease, including the angels, gods, and Zeno himself. It's probably a far more fair match to put the Doomslayer up against something like Dragon Ball Heroes. And even then, depending on the continuity, he still probably has better scaling. Turns out, the only thing the Dragon Ball verse has to fear is him. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you to my members who got to see this video.
Even Beerus would have a hard time fighting the Doomslayer. That's crazy. Beerus and all the angels would fear him. I mean, that's nuts. Now what is this now?
The ground trembled beneath the onslaught of battle. Fire and blood rained down from the skies as the
Oh, this is a fan fiction of Doom entering Helldiver. No, not the Helldiver. Doom entering Space Marines.
Hey, buddy, that's my girlfriend you're flirting with.
That's fine. I'm not interested in her anymore. How about you, big boy? Are you single?
What? I just told you.
You will pay for that, human. Bring it, Sing Healy.
Guys, please! Let's just try to keep this party fun, okay? Master Chief tried so hard to...
Oh, you're dead.
And I just had her fixed.
Never hurt Isabel in front of the Doomslayer. Ooh. Like a horror movie. Kill the demons. He ain't no simp. I respect that. Doomslayer's no simp. The Doomslayer is no simp. You have to respect that, the Doomslayer. He is no simp. He's no simp. Yeah, he is no simp. You have to respect that of him. So, what else can we watch before we call it a night? What else? I don't want to end it on just on a low mode. There you go.
Do you know how to tell good bread without tasting it? It's not the smell, not the look, but the sound of the crust. Listen. A symphony of crackle. Only great bread sounds this way. Let's hear yours. That's not right. No. We'll put this back in the oven for a bit. Guys, you've got to come downstairs quick. I finished my most evil plan.
Excuse me! We are in the middle of a film shoot! Who gave you the okay to just waltz in during a pivotal—
I wouldn't mind a short break.
What kind of bread is that? What kind of bread did Doomslayer make?
Look, I've added extra stop signs to this four-way intersection. It will slow down traffic and delay everyone. She'll be so upset. This isn't evil at all. If anything, you've made this intersection safer.
Shelter! Do you know what time it is? We're supposed to be reviewing Kirby's Frantic Onion at the studio!
Weren't you, filming?
Who is going to get my coffee? Who's going to get my Denny's Grand Slam? I need my eggs now, Josser! Now! You know who I am?
No.
Circuit down! 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 Circuit down!
What in the absolute chaos realm? Well, that was quite something indeed. Never upset the ladies. Never upset the ladies at all, chat. Never do that. But I think we're gonna call here for tonight, everyone. We're gonna call here for tonight. Really enjoyed our Father's Day collab stream. And I'm very honored that you got to meet my dad today. So really looking forward to just coming back tomorrow. Again, great news. So the schedule is set on our Twitch right now, so we're good. Schedule is set on our Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. Be sure to check that out. And of course, I'll keep you all scheduled on Twitter. But for the main part, thank you for your patience as always. Thank you for just hanging out tonight. Really enjoyed our time together. And look forward to coming back tomorrow as we do another Wolfenstein stream. Very much looking forward to being Wolfenstein. Really looking forward to doing so indeed. But with that being said, as always, warriors, we back tomorrow. Same warrior time, same warrior channel. Until then, as always, look out for each other take care of each other, be the best for each other. Most of all, you matter. Until next time, warriors. Until the next awesome adventures, stay legendary. Shogun out.